This is gonna go over well.
Let's go. Almost.
Man, I can't even hit him.
Let's go.
Well, that sucks. I think we can do it, but
Sure.
alright, let's get caught back up here. We'll rest once we get up here. And then we'll save again before, oh, forgot about this wolf.
Hmm. Huh?
I wonder if every time we rest, if it's going to be, like, more revealing of what's going on there.
Hail and well met. Steady does it. Huh? Hmm. Yeah. Huh? Almost. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, they're going to attack. Huh. I have an idea. I'm going to draw them all back, see if I can get that guy in the fight. I just
Sure.
auto-saved it. Load game. Yeah, this one. Here we go.
Sure.
Wait. Oh, he's gone now. Man. Oh well. I guess let's just leave. We're not going to be able to beat that fight. Gilded Veil. Well, alright then.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer here is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Is this about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before? He blinks. I forgot that you foreigners don't have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Direwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper, children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things, they breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they begin spreading after the saints swore, and so the name Widewind's legacy struck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with betrayal. I see. Lord Redric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interest at heart, he nods. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near the ruins. He regards you carefully. You want to mind where you mention that trespassing on Ngwithin ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Bareth have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. They just finished. There was a bailiwick. He polished his spectacle on his sleeve. If you had been that close to a bailiwick, you wouldn't be standing here. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with the bailiwick. There's someone in town who could help.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak.
He points at a hanging body from the tree.
Fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Argate looks towards the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of the Gilded Veil. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Bareth must be redoubled. He sets steady gaze upon you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but it's not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I'll know more soon enough. As you near it, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. Whew. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, a vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At the head stands a commander, awkward in full armor, but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist in his mouth, his countenance grim. He turns up a hand, halting the troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from the horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise up from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Alright, none of these guys really have anything to talk about. Alright, how do I get in here? Am I just going to run in circles? I just want the loot. Can I get the loot from the people in the trees? Alright, got some blood moss. Let's see if these guys have anything to say. Archer. Sellsword. Regret. I'm afraid I still can't help you find residence here. Lord Roderick's son was deemed a Hollowborn. This makes circumstances even more fraught than before. Tell me about Lord Redrick. He comes from the line of nobles who have defended these lands since dire times. Redrick II was an early supporter of Direwooden independence during the Revolution, and the current Lord's father perished in the Saints' War. Hollowborn began appearing in Direwood shortly after the end of the war. Lord Roderick has taken upon himself to purge the curse from Gilded Vale. His measures have been severe but necessary. Unfortunately, it may not have been enough. The bells weren't any indication. Saints' War. Our age's most egregious example of man's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Ritzeris decided that Waidwen, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the god Eothas. Urgent wrinkles his pinched nose. This supposed saint took it upon himself to liberate the Direwood, supposedly from allegiances that to less worthy gods. But I've never known any army to conquer land for its people's own good. The war lasted about a year, but you can guess that the year didn't to the worship of Eothas in Direwood. Lord Redrick's forebears all had been Eothians, but after his father fell defending us from the fanatics, he personally saw that the temple of Eothas here in town was shut down. He points to a few ruined walls near the tree. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand the rules. I would like to know more about Gilded Vale. We're a frontier village as are most settlements in the Direwood. Gilded Vale hasn't grown much since its establishment in the colonial days. In its last 15 years have seen our population shrink further. He takes in the ramshackle houses and half-fallen fences. Hence our recruitment of fresh settlers. Why has it been shrinking? Waidwin's legacy, of course. Many women have had difficulty bearing healthy children of late. A few years ago, the Lord Redrick decreed that no mothers of Hollowborns are allowed to be in Gilded Vale. His mouth tightens to a firm line. His lordship dealt swiftly with the objectors. It may be harsh, but if it purges us of this curse, is it not worth it? Tell me about these ruins behind the tree. That's what's left of the Temple of Aothis. His lips pucker. Lord Redrick forbade worship of the dead god after the Saints' War. It has been abandoned for almost 15 years, but there are plans to rededicate it to Bereth, the god of life and death. Enough about Gilded Vale. Goodbye. Alright, so we've talked to everyone around here. We had a weird spirit thing here. Let's go... Adair. Whoa. We need to talk to him.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for someone who could help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns attention away, watching the village around him. Welcome to our lovely village. Alright, well. From the little bit we played of Pillars of Eternity 2, we know he is a main character. Let's go down to the temple here. Weirton. A man lies resting against the wall, hit by the dim illusion of fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain.
Hail, traveler.
Ha! Thought you were some... Never mind. Whoever you are, you've traveled a long way to reach a dark place. The temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times begin as they are. He groans and shifts position, wincing. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you'll have better luck. Better luck with what? These ruins around us, they used to be the temple of Aothis, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over Direwood. From Retzeris even. Until the war, of course. Even then, you've got some stubborn ones. The ones who couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Redrick decided he had been too lenient on the Eothians. Eothasians? He had his people go and put them to the sword, left them down here buried under a heap of rock. After that, Redrick ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Redrick hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven and the legacy will end, see? But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. There's more... There's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't even lick the sense between them. But they still didn't deserve to go like that, chopped down in their god's house. It doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find the remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. No small task. There's coin in it for you if you need motivating. I'll find them. Then by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But even if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll still They'll be there still. If they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches on the walls, trick sconces, and that kind of thing. Keep an eye out and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send for someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs to keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is gonna be fun. It might have been the poison. Maybe if I move him out, we won't have that issue.
Let's go.
Man, I'm having no luck here. Man. It's come back to haunt me. I said the difficulty was too easy, so that's on me.
Yeah.
What? Alright, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back here. Like, there's no way around it. If I can't take 3 of those, there's no way I'm gonna take 6. Alright, so we went that way, we went this way. Let's see how many of them are up here. Oh, I see 1. That means there's probably 5. Oh, just 1. Woo! Killed one of them. Initiate note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of carefully tidy script. Isitors on the ritual floor. Rectus Obrica says, Demption for even those. Orgot and struck the largest bell first, rather than second. The rest is illegible. All right. Well, we'll come back here. Once we either have a few more party members,
Right.
or we level up. But yeah, we're not doing this right now. Give me 1 second, guys.